What's going on, everybody? It is the Sunday Show here on the Bearded Guy Podcast channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good in your world. Now, today I've got a little different setup. Hopefully, it's going to come off okay. I've got already right out of the gate, I got a warning by YouTube saying my video resolution is not optimal. You know what? I don't care. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope your Sunday's going good. Hope that you had a great weekend. Now, today I've got a pretty decent show planned for you. Hopefully, I've got my new setup here. As you can tell, I got my desk in place. I've got my new setup for the live streams in order and ready to go. The only thing about it logistically, I'm a little bit troubled by the way this is all set up because I've got to do some wonky kind of cable runs and different things like that. But as we go along, that's going to get better. But that's not why we're here today. We're here to have fun on the Sunday Show, the live stream on Sundays. Now, we used to do this on Saturday nights, but I found out that people weren't watching. This is really no different, but this is a better format. I think the time may have to change a little bit as we go forward because 12 o'clock is kind of like that transition period between you're getting up and you're starting your day and then you're kind of mellowing into the afternoon. But that being said, we can work on that. So today I got some cool stuff for you. Of course, I've got my 5 random facts that we're going to throw out here in just a little while. We're going to talk about social media and the dumpster fire that it is. I've got some other things too I want to talk about. Possibly we're going to talk about some video and audio stuff that you can do for doing live streams, doing recordings, doing podcasts, doing whatever it is you do in a creative bent. Got some suggestions, some things that I use. Maybe it'll help you out too. But again, we are coming up on the Halloween season, man. It's fast approaching. Get in here quick. And, this is a spooky time of year. It's the fun time of year. There's a lot of cool little shows on right now. Hey, Sophie, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me today. But Halloween's coming up. It's right around the corner, and it's going to be here before you know it. Now, Freeform has been playing a lot of Halloween-themed movies and television shows and different things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, go check them out. The only thing about Freeform is every time we turn it over there, Hotel Transylvania's on. I'm like, really? This is the it's like the umpteenth time you've played this in a row. But I get it. There's only so many things that you can play for the holiday season. So that being said, maybe if you can find something to your liking. Now, when Christmas comes around, one of my favorite shows is A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. Hopefully they'll play that in heavy rotation. Not that I want to watch it 100 times at Christmas, but, I still like that show. It's one of my favorite Christmas stories of all time. But anyway, hope you're doing well today. Hope all is good. Hope you like the new setup. Hope the video and audio is coming through good. YouTube was telling me I'm not at my optimal resolution, which I never am at optimal resolution according to YouTube, but that's fine. But we're going to talk about today a little bit about that and about social media in general. So hopefully you're having a good day. If you got some comments you want to throw in there or anything you want to talk about, please bounce them off of me. I'd love to hear your ideas. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And while you're here, if you do like what you see, you like the live stream, please give me the thumbs up. That helps the analytics. Also, if you're new to my channel and you're just kind of stumbling in here to seeing what's going on, please check out the other content. And, if you do like it, please give me that thumbs up, that like. and subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell. That way, when I do go live or I post future content, you get the notification. You can come in and check it out. So anyway, yep. A lot of people love Die Hard as the Christmas movie. There's a lot of people that say that is probably one of their favorite Christmas movies of all time. I like Die Hard. I remember seeing it, when I was younger, but I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't rush out to see it every year when it comes on or whenever they put it on whatever channels out there in cable channel TV land. We don't watch a lot of TV anymore, anyways. But just special events and special things like that. Which reminds me, since it is Halloween, we will be having to watch It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, one of the all-time favorites from my childhood. We've tried to share that with our children, and they're all right with it because it is the old style animation, and it's something that just doesn't appeal to them, especially now when you're fighting against all the high res and high tech animation that's out there these days. So, but anyway, so again, just some ideas for the Halloween season. And of course, Halloween is on a Saturday this year. Strange. And it's going to be a full moon as well. So, that being said, it's not going to happen again for 19 years? Something to that effect. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. The podcast, I'm still working on my podcast episode for today. Hopefully I'll get that. Gabe and Adam love it. Yes. Kane's the holdout. But still working on my podcast episode for today. I'm almost done with it, trying to piece it all together and put some. We have we've in our living area, we've got a nice television that we hung on the wall when we first moved in, and it was it's there. We used to watch it a lot, but now kind of how we are has changed. We don't watch TV a lot or that much anymore. We do. Whenever there's special things on that we want to see. But, outside of that, it's not really a lot of television on in the house. More times than not, it's YouTube or I'm watching some tutorial or trying to figure something out. Which, speaking of tutorials, I'm really looking and getting into or, starting to be my fascination. Let's put it that way. My fascination with astrophotography is really starting to ramp up. Now, I've got some pictures that I stayed out on the driveway last night for, an hour or so, just hanging out there, taking pictures of the sky. I actually got the Milky Way. I've been looking to get that shot. Got it a couple times, but I think I've got it good now. I just have to go in and edit the photos. Once I do, I'll be posting them to my social media, of course. But that's one of the things that's really fascinating to me, how you can take a telescope or really just like anything beyond a 100 millimeter lens and actually take some pictures of, just far out into space, and you get nebulas and formations. It's fascinating to me to watch some of these YouTube tutorials on how to do that. Of course, that's driving my fascination with doing it myself, and I can see my wife rolling her eyes right now. Anyway, so I hope the new setup looks good. I hope you like it. I hope it's coming through clear. I do like it. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks now, and today was really the culmination of getting it all together. And I almost didn't do this live stream. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it because I'm not real happy with it, with the way it looks. And I don't want to just throw out something that's kind of hodgepodge thrown together. However, I went ahead and did it anyways because I want to see what it looks like whenever we get through with the stream. So that being said, let's move on into our 5 random facts for the day. Now, because we are talking about space, and I have been talking about astrophotography, wanting to get into that and really fascinated with it right now, my 5 random facts today have to deal with space. So let's get into it. Number 5, space is completely silent. There is no atmosphere, so sound has no way to travel about. Imagine that. So why in the movies do we always see explosions in space, and we hear this big explosion when there's no sound in space? Fascinating. Number 4, Halley's Comet will not pass the Earth again until 2061. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to wait up for Halley's Comet to pass the Earth again in 2061. Now, number 3 in random facts about space. 1 day on Venus is longer than 1 year on Earth. Because of the slow axis, it is, where did I write the rest of that down that day? It is actually less, 1 year is actually 1 day on Venus is actually less than 18 days less in a year here on Earth. Crazy. I got that all screwed up, but fascinating nonetheless. Number 2, random facts about space. If two pieces of the same metal touch in space, they will permanently bond together. It's a process called cold welding. And the number 1 random fact about space. The sun's mass takes up 99.86% of the solar system. Leads to the question, does mass look big in this solar system? There you go. 5 random facts from the Sunday show. You can use it for water cooler talk, impress your friends, or maybe not impress your friends. I don't know. Just something there for you to kind of glom onto. I like the 5 random facts because there's so much in this world that we just don't know. And some of this stuff just bounces around in your head all the time. All right, so there we go. 5 random facts on the Sunday show. Now, if you want to check us out on other platforms, I am on Facebook, JS Winters. You can go check that out on Facebook. I do a lot of, with Facebook, sometimes I do live streams there on Facebook. Sometimes I just don't. I think Facebook is kind of wonky. It gets kind of, I don't know, it's kind of goofy sometimes for me. But on Facebook there, if you want to check it out. Now, on my Instagram channel at the Bearded Guy Podcast, I do Instagram TV. I like to post videos there. Ponderous man. I do Instagram or IGTV videos there on Instagram. I just do little stuff that, little random stuff that, maybe thoughts and things that I've got going on, or sometimes I'll post stuff from here. I know my last podcast episode, I posted my excerpt from the old hag on IGTV. I do like that platform. At first I started using, Instagram TV, and I was like, God, this is it's strange and odd, but once you figure out how to do your thumbnails, your channel art, and all the other things like that, it gets pretty easy. But I like the process. Very simple. It uploads, you're done. You don't have to worry about it, and it all kind of stores there on your profile. So check me out on Instagram, and that is at the Bearded Guy Podcast, same as my podcast. And talking about my podcast, I'm on Amazon Music now, and I went searching and I found it, and I was just really tickled about that. Social media. With all of those platforms there. But if you go to if you go to buzzsprout.com, that is the place that hosts my podcast. I'm also on Apple. Apple Podcast. I am on Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, a lot of different ones there. So just go check them out. Wherever you get your podcast, please check it out. And when you do check out the podcast, let me know what you think about it. I do have a link there. It's in my description on my whenever it shows the episode. What am I trying to say here? I've lost my words. Whenever it shows the episode details, I put the link in there. You can hit me up at beardedguypodcast@gmail.com. That's beardedguypodcast@gmail.com. Send me your thoughts, your feedback. And while you're on Apple and other platforms, please, rate it. If you think it sucks, it sucks. If you don't, please give me a good rating there because that helps with being found. All of those little likes and interactions with the podcast on the platforms, it kind of helps you get noticed, or it's just one of those things. It's analytics is what it is. It's the same with YouTube here, but YouTube's such a tough platform. It's so hard to do anything here on YouTube because you get lost in the fray. You get lost in the mix, if you will, if you don't reach a certain threshold with your videos and different things like that once you launch them. I mean, you've got like a window that you need to garner a lot of attention. And if you don't do that, then it kind of keeps getting shuffled down to the bottom till eventually it doesn't even show up on the search pages. But I do YouTube videos because I enjoy it. It's fun. It's kind of a, what am I trying to say here? It's one of those things with YouTube where you have to love creating content. You have to love putting stuff out there for people to view and to like or dislike or to, just laugh at, whatever that is. But you got to really, have a desire to do that on a consistent basis. And I know I've had my times where I've waned up and down. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. But then I'll go back into it and start doing it again, kind of like this here with the Sunday show. And another thing too, while we're talking about it, here on the Sunday show, if you want to be a call-in guest, let me know. Drop me a line, beardedguypodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up, send me a message. I'd love to talk to you, interview you. If you got something you want to talk about, we could probably do it where right now with doing video conferencing and all of that, it's becoming easier and easier to do multicam live streams. And I may try to get into that later, but it's, again, there's a lot of setup and a learning curve that goes with that. But we can do call in because I've got everything set up on the mixer over there. All we got to do is call you in and I'll put you on the live stream. Or if you want to be on the podcast episode, please let me know as well. So, anyways, I want to get into something here. We're going to talk about social media for a minute because social media has turned into just a nightmare as of sorts. Social media, the dumpster fire that it is. I like social media for the fact that you can stay in touch with people like your family and different things like that. But I don't like social media from the aspect of how easy it is to be a keyboard warrior or a keyboard whatever and just type away all these little nasty, rude comments and just let them out there for the world to see. And then it just creates a big argument between people. So it's turned into a dumpster fire. And I'll tell you another thing that I don't like about social media is censorship of any platform. Censorship of any kind on social media leads to more problems than it actually solves because you may shut down the voice of let's just be honest, of conservatives or Republicans. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, Republican or Democrat. I don't care. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, their own beliefs, and their own truths. You're entitled to that, just like I'm entitled to mine. But where it becomes a problem on social media is the simple fact that people love to argue. Now, let me ask you a question. Think about this. Have you ever posted an argument or started an argument on social media and actually won the argument? Probably not. And the reason is because everybody is so entrenched in their own belief system. Everybody is going to think the way that they think. They're individuals. And just because you post something, oh, yeah, this is going to really change the hearts and minds of those that don't see things politically the way that I see them. Guess what? It's not. It's wasting time. You're absolutely right. Misinformation. I would agree with misinformation. The problem is because you don't know what misinformation is anymore because both sides sling so much mud at each other. It's hard to actually dig through and figure out what the truth is and what is not the truth. That's where the big thing is. That's why I think we need to quit the arguing and we need to get back to having civilized conversations with each other. You know what? You may not agree with me politically. You may not agree with me religiously. You may not agree with me in the way that I live my life or the way I think and view things and view the world just outside my door. But guess what? That's okay. I'm my own individual, just like you are. And that's where I think we need to get back to. Let's just have a conversation. Let's be adults. Let's be rational adults for a moment and have a normal conversation with each other. And guess what? We can all go home and be happy at the end of the day. I don't care if you agree with me or not. I'm not trying to change your world. I'm not trying to change your viewpoint. But don't try to change mine. That's my rant. Social media is just a dumpster fire. God, it's a dumpster fire. And I think that's why I don't comment on a lot of stuff that I see on Facebook. Now, I've got some friends on there. They love to post some stuff. I'll give them the likes and the thumbs up, but that's what you do. But again, I don't post comments. There have been a seldom few times that I've actually posted comments in a Facebook thread where somebody's arguing, but more times than not, it's about, it's just, hey, you know what? I see you tearing down this one side. Here's the other viewpoint from that. Now, again, we may not agree, but again, the arguments and the mudslinging and golly, the passion for what people believe is there. I think it's just the way that you present that passion and the way you deal with that passion. I think that's the major thing about it is to do it in a way that's, be adults in the room. We've forgotten that art. I can remember being a child and listening to, my elders going back and forth with each other about different viewpoints and about different things that they believed or didn't believe, or politically or religiously. And you know what? They had a conversation. It didn't turn into this all-out brawl where, I'm going to tear you down at any cost just so you see my viewpoint. It actually was healthy and it was good. It was a good exchange. But we've forgotten that nowadays. And I think it's because of social media. We have such anonymity on social media. We can say and do whatever we feel like we need to say and do. Sadly, it's just not good. Just not good. So if you're caught up in the social media dumpster fire, run, get away from it. Let it be. You don't need that stress in your life. Stay away from the trolls. Stay away from the naysayers. Stay away from those who are toxic to you. That's the key. Stay away from those that are toxic to you. That way you'll live a much happier life. Be a lot more I don't know what's level headed, peace in your soul at the end of the day. So, how is everyone today? Today is going to be a quick little live stream. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here, probably just a few more minutes, but I wanted to put something out to get my new setup out there in the open. Again, don't forget to check out my links there. Go by and hang out with me for a little while on some of the other platforms that I have. Check out IGTV. I do post videos there, and I'm going to be posting some of the pictures that I took last night. Hopefully, as I get those, edited, because I've got some new software that is geared towards taking pictures of stars and different things like that. And if you notice me keep looking down, it's not that I'm, distracted down here, but the way I had to set my new setup is that my monitor is just below my my camera here. That way I have to look over here for the comments to see if anybody's making comments. So I hope you enjoy the new setup. I hope you enjoy the new format. As we go along, this will get better, and I will be more comfortable and get more used to the operating of the new setup. Again, it looks pared down and clean here, but on the back side, if you could see over there, it's a it's driving my OCD insane. I just got to figure out how to cable everything, because now I'm using 3 monitors as opposed to 2, just to be able to monitor what's going on. So, Sophie, thanks for coming in today. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. But how is the picture on this? How is the sound? I am using a little different mic. I'm using a Audio Technica 2020, the AT 2020. It's a great little condenser mic. So if you've got something you want to use, or you want to make videos or voiceover content, this is a good little mic to do that. It doesn't have the, I want to say, presence or oomph of my Rode Pod mic that I use for my podcast, but it does have a good sound to it. I like it. Everything is running through my processor, of course. So no matter what you stick through that processor, it's going to sound pretty good. So anyways, I hope you're all doing well today. And if you're coming in here late, or if you come in here later, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the live stream. Let me know what you think about the Sunday show. I remember at work the other day, someone says, "Man, I saw your podcast, and you are and you are nothing like you are at work," which is fine. I'm not. I'm quiet and reserved at work. I don't show this side of myself because that's a professional setting, and I don't get into that. So a friend asked how to chase away anxiety. I told her to watch Gabriel Iglesias clips on YouTube. It's fluffy, absolutely. Gabriel Iglesias is funny, fluffy. He's very funny. He hosts a new show now on Nickelodeon, I think. Something about four-legged friends or four-legged animals, something to that effect. It's, animals doing, I don't know. It's he's got a new show on Nickelodeon. Maybe go by and check that out if you got time, or if you're really an Iglesias fan there. Anyway, so today we are doing this again, and I hope you're enjoying it as we go along. And hopefully that it'll get better for everybody. And I do want to get some calling guests. So if you've got anybody that that maybe has a story to tell, or some odd, strange experience, and they want to share it here on the live stream, let me know. Or if they want to do it on a podcast episode, let me know as well. The only thing I don't like about my setup, I know I'm skipping. Hear this? I broke my mount for my microphone, which isolates any vibrations and noise that actually come through the desk or table or wherever you are in through the mic stand. I can't stand that. I got to fix it. So I'll get that fixed sometime this week. Got another little project going on. Hopefully I'll have another little thing as we get closer to Halloween. Might do a midnight special on Halloween here on the live stream. Just a Halloween kind of spooky, scary kind of stuff. So maybe we can join that. If I do, I'll make sure that I put out the ad for that so you get it, you know it, you can put it on your calendar. But again, hope you've enjoyed this. It's been good for me today. I've enjoyed it. I don't know how long I've been on. Let me check my other screen here. 23 minutes. So we're coming up on that 30-minute mark, which is normally about where we last here on the Sunday show, about 30 minutes. But again, I've got a lot of irons in the fire. And one of the things, it's kind of, I'm trying to do a podcast and do the Sunday show both on the same day. So I may have to change some things around, do some rescheduling, maybe juggle a few things, or maybe even just push the Sunday show a little bit later in the afternoon. But then you're competing with football and all the other things that go on. Do they have football on Sundays now? I don't know, because I'm not a sports person. I don't follow sports. But anyway. So thank you guys for coming by. Thanks, babe, for jumping in. Thanks, Sophie. I appreciate your comments as always. I appreciate you coming in on Sundays and hanging out with me. Maybe we can, the more people we actually get into this, the better it gets because the comments keep going and keep going and keep going. And as we go forward with the Sunday show, I will be adding more content and doing some different things with the way that it looks and the way that it transitions. Again, I'm happy with where we are now. I'm liking this. I like the way this actually looks, especially the desk. This is clean. It's open. I like the more of the announcer format that they look in, or the talk show format here that I've been going for. And again, it's still going to take some process to get a little bit better. The next thing is going to be multi-camera views. But again, it's going to take more and more and more, and it's just going to take some time, but I'll get there, and I'm really looking forward to that journey. So that being said, thank you for coming into the Sunday show. I do appreciate you letting me come in and share my thoughts and my viewpoints with you. And hopefully next time I'll have a little video segment to put in. That's the beauty of this format. I can do anything with it that I want. And as I go through the week, sometimes I'll get inspired to, record something video wise, and I'll share that here on the Sunday show because that's the format that this is. And hopefully, call in guests. So if you know somebody, let me know. Send them to me. Send them to my channel, and let them know that they can come in and hang out with us on Sundays as well. Check out IGTV at the Bearded Guy Podcast. Let me know what you think about the content that's there as well. So for the Sunday show, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while. And for those of you that are watching this after the fact, that's DVR'd on YouTube, please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you like the content. Hit the notifications bell. Give me the thumbs up. And please like my videos. We have to beg every time. Please like the videos. Anyway. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great day, a better day tomorrow, and a wonderful week ahead of you. And until next time, this is the Bearded Guy Podcast on The Sunday Show.